there.
I feel like a Muppet.
Hello, everyone. Welcome home. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes as I do every week. And I'm going to get tuned in here as well so that we can get ready to get this party started today. Let's see, notifications. Where's my notifications at? I'm on a different pad today, you guys. So give me a minute. How's everybody doing today? I have a very special guest with me today. A lot of you are her friend as well on Facebook and social medias, and the city 614 definitely knows my guest today. But I wanted her to come on today, not so that you guys can just get to know how great she is, because y'all already know how great she is. But she is going to make fabulous meatballs. My guest today, and help me welcome Miss Mary B. Relato.
Oh no! Io sono nonna di Maria B. Io sono nonna. I want to see if she make the meatball good. If she don't make the meatball good, then nothing happen here. Che bella faccia, no, che bella faccia, mamma mia.
So are y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this?
I see, I'm making you meatball good, I tell you now, okay. Hey, who's the man behind the camera? Because you're handsome. I got a little granddaughter. Maybe no, you're too old. Never mind. Okay. I'm gonna go now and get Mary B. I can get you. Where's the guy? Where is she at?
I don't know where Mary B is.
Okay, so
can you go get Mary B for me? Y'all didn't know y'all was gonna get entertainment today,
well.
too. Welcome, Mary B. You're back. Where's Grandma?
You know, I had to put her to bed. She
up there with Daddy.
Well, that's a whole other thing going on there.
Okay, you guys, thank you for joining in. Hey, Adrian, thank you. Bryn Thomas, thank you. Oh, there's my boo, Mario. Mwah. How you doing, baby?
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
I can't
Adrian.
believe I'm with this one here. Let's
Hey,
give her a nice
Dana.
round thumbs up, love to Rita. Yes.
We're going to have lots of energy in the kitchen today.
Lots. I don't even know how to contain myself, really.
I hope that we're very effective today in making these meatballs together.
Oh, we're making balls.
We're making meatballs.
Yeah, we're making meatballs.
Yeah, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Thrive, because
Yeah.
we love Thrive.
We love ourselves some Thrive.
Yeah.
Thrive Columbus.
We also are going to do some giveaways. So for those that are new to the show, every week we have sponsors that come on, or I should say their product comes on, and we give it away. And today we are going to have this wonderful, this is our end product. I'm sorry, I'm wearing the first product for this question.
Let's see. Oh,
Do you see
that's
that?
nice. Look at
Isn't
that.
that cute?
Yeah, it's nice and it's very soft here. Nice silver tone. Yeah, it's very nice.
Matching earrings.
But you know, you are always stylish. I mean, you have it going on. If you were a plate, you would be a feast. For real. I mean, this is like you look at the plate and go, oh, I can't eat it. I can't.
Are y'all ready for Mary
It
today?
looks too good.
Well, I love the compliment.
Well.
She gets to come back every week. I love the compliment. But no, Wanda Turner. She creates these, she's a paparazzi consultant, and she owns the Diva Station.
Okay.
And they give away these fabulous jewelry every week so that we and my people can enjoy the experience of this wonderful jewelry. If you can see this here, this is what the winner will win today. And I'm going to give you a question. You've got a couple of seconds to answer it, and the first person to answer it correctly wins this beautiful set of necklace as well as
Oh,
earrings.
and the earrings.
And the earrings.
Okay.
It's a set.
I think the earrings
Yes.
are worth
Free.
Right.
Just for tuning in to Rita Fuller-Yates.
Tune in.
Tune in. It's just
She
that
is the
simple.
lifestyle expert.
Okay. So the first question is, we're going to do 2 questions today, and we'll give 2 giveaways as well. The first question is, what year did the show Girlfriends begin? Since we're girlfriends in the kitchen, you know.
Girlfriends.
Girlfriends.
Well, let's see. What year did we actually begin as girlfriends?
I met you at the Diva event maybe 3 years ago.
3 years ago. Okay.
You were on her panel.
Okay.
Talking.
So 3 years going on a lifetime. For real. Like
For
way
real.
back.
For real. Yeah, we're kindred spirits.
Absolutely.
Yeah, which is a good thing and sometimes not a good thing. You know why?
Why?
Because it's so much energy.
Yeah.
People will be like, oh my God.
No,
It's
really,
so
we're
much.
fun. You want to
It's
be
so
around
much.
us. You do.
It's a lot.
And people need a lot sometimes.
They do. They do.
Some people need a lot.
Well, that's why I call it Mary B and me. So as if you guys may not know, my friend Mary B, a couple weeks ago, she had me over to her house because she does this wonderful event called Thrive Columbus. And it's an establishment of women groups coming together under one collective umbrella, which we absolutely love. Which she had me a part of the event, which I absolutely loved.
And you were fabulous.
And I loved it.
Oh my gosh.
But not only that, when we went over to her house to prepare for the event, she made these fabulous meatballs. And so, y'all know me. When I go to people's homes, I look for what I'm going to take away.
Right.
And I took away your meatballs.
Okay.
And I talked about them for weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, talked about them for weeks because I taste meatballs all the time.
You know, I make good meatballs. I always prided myself on that, but nobody has talked about my meatballs the way you and others that day talk about my meatballs. And it's one ingredient that I put in them that you said you don't like that much.
Well, see, but that's what's so good about
yeah.
being me, is I'm not going to not be honest.
Right.
But at the same time, there's probably a lot of people who may not like it. That'll help me explain that this is something that you will like,
Right.
even in the interim that you don't like ricotta.
Right.
So mixed together, the ricotta was absolutely amazing. Tasha, hey Tasha, our girl's on.
Look
I'm
at
thinking
this.
closer
We
to
got
when
some
I
people
was
here.
in
Tasha,
my
is that
mid-20s.
Tasha?
Yeah, that's your Tasha.
Tasha.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
my Tasha.
Tina.
That's my Tasha. No,
That's
that's all
your
of our
Tasha.
Tasha.
That's your Tasha. You put her on the map.
No, she was on the map.
She was on
I
the
just
map.
happened to discover her.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Well,
a good way to put it.
And I'm going to be
That's
her
a
agent
good way
someday.
to put
Word.
it.
We have it right here on Facebook.
You're going to be her agent?
Oh, I'd love to.
Can I be a backup?
What? Agent for her, or
Yeah, for her.
You want to be an agent to her?
Yeah, a backup to you.
Or you want
Being
me
her
to?
agent.
You sure?
Yeah, when you're not able to help.
Yeah, of course. My gosh. Look, you got all the help you want right now, Tasha. I'm glad you tuned in.
Hey, cousin Juanita. Hey, Ivan.
Makes
Okay.
me want to bring my grandmother back almost.
See? There
Just
you
to say-
go.
We love Tasha Needle because Tasha do everything you want to do. And actually, okay, bye-bye. Okay.
This is what we're going to go throughout this evening, right? So, Mary B, are you from Columbus?
No,
Where are you from?
Steubenville, Ohio.
Oh.
The Valley.
When did you move to Columbus?
In 1988. Graduated from OU. Go Bobcats.
Another
Again.
thing we have in common.
Didn't you know? Graduated from OU, came here, went to Nationwide immediately on an internship, was being paid $8 an hour, made $24,000 a year, thought I was the shit.
Which was a lot back then.
Oh,
though.
it was
That
so
was
good.
like,
I
you was
oh
making
my
it.
God. But then, other things were happening, and they stuck me in the library to do research, and I was in the communications department. And so, but anyways, that's where I got my start, Nationwide. Grateful for it. Thankful, and here I still am 31 years later.
Well, how'd you transition to owning the empowerment group? What's it?
James Bond?
Dames Bond.
I started James Bond in 2007 because I went on my own in consulting. And I didn't know I needed to network. And I needed to find networking opportunities. The problem was there weren't a whole lot. You could go to the commerces, you know, and some smaller organizations, but there wasn't a whole lot for women, and we were emulating as well how men network. So I created Dames Bond to give a social-based networking experience for women in business, because there wasn't anything that existed.
Was that the first one here in Columbus? The first networking?
Yeah, Dames Bond.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's now surfaced into obviously
Thrive
a whole lot of others.
Thrive Columbus.
So you're just a visionary.
You know, it's all about empowering women and making sure that we give women the resources that they need to lead and to be everything they want to be.
Yeah, but don't you think that it takes you to see what they need and put that in place so that you can help them?
It's what I needed. It's exactly what I needed.
So you took what your need was and created.
Exactly. I thought, shit, if I need this, everybody else has got to need it too. I didn't have anybody at my back. Had I had a champion at my back pushing me, God knows what I could have done with my life.
But that honestly to me is the beginning of an innovator, because that is how a lot of people end up creating based on what they need.
Yeah. And
they say, well, if I need it, somebody else may need it.
Be the person be the person you needed, right? Kind of thing. So that's kind of what I'm doing for women that not just want to be in business, but want to explore anything, you know, and do something, to be engaged in the community.
I love it. But not only that, you are a home activist too.
Yes.
Because, I mean, she's my friend on Facebook. And I've watched you, and I had even sent you a note saying, oh, next time I see you, we're going to be in the kitchen. Because you love it. It's not just something that you do because your family needs to eat.
No, it isn't. It's because I need to feed people.
You can tell, though, that you love it.
I do. I love to feed people. I love Taste Buds doing the tango and giving people that experience, because it's like that.
The Taste Buds and the tango?
Well, you know, I really do. I love people, you know, it's my mother sometimes would say, you know, while I don't think food is better than sex, sometimes it is. I mean, it can kind of be. But
lethargic.
This was this one thing. It also brings people together, and you can be creative, because I can't follow recipes, so I'll use the basics. I know what I need, but I'll be creative and inventive with certain things. My father hated me for that, and he was a very good cook.
Well, that adds it again. You're a visionary.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to be a visionary. Yeah. But it's not so good, because that means you can see outside the lines. Yeah. Which means you break the rules sometimes.
I'm always outside the lines. I can imagine you are too.
I live in my lane.
Yeah.
And I try not to practice anybody else's lane, because that's none of my business.
Right.
At this point, I just want to be perfect in my lane.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can definitely relate.
Well, this is perfection right here.
Okay, so what ingredients do we need to make homemade meatballs?
Okay.
We're making homemade meatballs. That's that she's Italian. Now, what we found out is that meatballs didn't originate from Italy, but...
I didn't find that out. She disappointed me and found that out. I don't even want to hear it.
No, that's not an Italian food. It just basically migrated to Italy at some point, just like anywhere else. It actually was very popular in Persians and in China.
Huh.
So it became some particular name for leftover meat, so that they made a meal out of the leftover meat in it.
And so meatballs, right? I mean, there are a variety of different cultures that make a meatball. You know, it's just like the ravioli. You know, it's a pierogi, or it's a dumpling of some sort. The meatball was a really great way to put a lot of nutrients in one thing, so people could transport. You know, and it would save, right, at the same time.
Oh, that makes sense, because it can transport.
That's right.
It doesn't.
You know,
demolish on the horse buggy.
Depends how fast depends. I don't know.
I'm just trying to think about it, or maybe transport by feet. Hey, I don't know.
So the meatball, by the way, is I want to teach you an Italian word.
Okay.
It's called polpette.
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 Polpette. Polpette.
Polpette.
Polpette.
Polpette.
See, so
that's what the
polpette is a meatball.
Polpette.
And
polpette.
And meatballs are traditionally made with veal and certain ingredients. I've gotten accustomed to making my meatballs with turkey here, and I use ground pork as well.
That's good. So what are all the ingredients?
Okay,
so
so all the
take
ingredients.
note of it.
Okay, so we have ricotta, ricotta cheese, ricotta. I use whole ricotta and versus half because why we're gonna skim on this. This is gonna keep your meatball really nice and moist. I use a lot of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, and I'm telling you, with this little bit of meat that's right here, this whole cup would be, you know, it goes in.
I taste that in the meatball.
Yeah, you can. It's really good. It's going to add salt, so you're not going to have to add a lot of salt to this thing because this has it all in it. This is going to hold it together, and it's going to give it a really great flavor. And inside here we have all of your herbs. You know, your basil and garlic. I use a really nice freeze-dried garlic because I like the way it expands. It expands in the garlic or in the meatball itself. And all the Italian spices that are here. So you have this, and then you have, we're going to put it in, right?
Yeah,
just do this. Just do this. We're going to put this cheese.
That, you have used?
Rita, swear to God, don't even ask. Okay, so I would say
a half a cup
of spices or cheese. About, you know, you want to have like this all in a bowl and then just cover it all.
Okay.
With spices.
So about a half a cup.
Okay, let's just say a half a cup.
Yeah. And if you like it real spicy, do a full cup.
And that spicy is different, like not hot, but spicy.
Okay.
But you still need this because the turkey and the pork, right? Ricotta cheese, you're gonna put that in there, like just like that. And then
we got ricotta, we got pork, we got turkey.
Yep, turkey.
We have
pork, and then
cheese.
You have cheese, and then you have breadcrumbs.
Yeah. Okay,
breadcrumbs. You want to just put those in there, and that's about a whole cup right there.
Now you had talked about those.
Progresso, Italian Progresso, is very important.
So don't buy the unnamed brand. Is what she's trying to say.
And then you want to put 2 eggs in this mixture here.
Now I notice you have brown eggs. Does it matter?
No. I mean, I just thought about, you know, I wanted to be happy today, so I bought happy eggs, happy chickens.
I love brown eggs,
you know,
right?
Egg type of girl. So you have this, and then you mix this all up, and then it becomes this, right? Yeah. So we're going to mix this up a little later. It becomes this really nice mixture. I'm going to keep this egg for later because I want to show you something really cool that you can do for breakfast or brunch. An egg and sauce. So we're going to put this aside here. We'll make this later.
Is that when you chop up, just so that they know, is it pretty basic? Will it all migrate pretty well together, or does it require
do you want to try
a lot of chopping?
Do you want to do it?
Well,
okay, you know, that's great.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Let's just, you want to probably, you're gonna use your hands.
I'll use my hands.
Use your hands. Take those rings off.
Okay.
And then you're going to use it and just feel it. And then when you feel I washed my hands, when you get to this consistency where the meatball can just be rolled like this, and then typically I don't necessarily fry it because of the ricotta's in it. But what I do is I'm going to do this one because I want to try it. Is this on here or no? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. We're going to just keep these over here. I'm going to make some, you're going to make meatballs out of this. Just press. That's right. Feel it. Just feel it. Go for it. Relax with it. And I'm just going to have myself a little sip of, you know, fried juice.
So we're just mixing this. All of the ingredients we're mixing. And making it as consistent as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And so the most important thing is the cheese. You need the cheese, and you need really good breadcrumbs. Everything else, the ricotta, you don't necessarily need, and you can use beef if you want. Again, cheese and the breadcrumbs are the most important things, and you want to use enough eggs as well to bind it all together.
Am I doing a good job?
You're doing a really good job. This looks really good. Just keep on,
Keep pressing.
Just, squeeze it, right? And so you're going to fold it like this. Just use your hands like a spatula. As Nona would say, use the hand. You don't use a hand, you get nothing.
What's the name of the meatball again?
Polpette. Okay, that's good. Let me feel.
Okay, so, y'all see that?
Yeah, so see this? This is nice. Now this has been refrigerated a little bit. And it's a little soft, but this is good, right? So then you have this meatball. You're gonna put this meatball in this pan right here, And then you're gonna just make meatballs, right? And fry them on each end.
So it doesn't matter how big they are?
No, you can make, and you know what? Literally, if you had good like chicken broth and you want a soup, make little meatballs like this and put them in your broth and make a soup, and you have something similar to wedding soup.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's the same concept here. This is the same meatball and wedding soup. Italian wedding soup. And you put noodles and spinach, whatever, and you can make these balls as small as you want, right? And then you put them in the pot of boiling broth. Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing. So this is a lot. Tomorrow you're going to be cooking soup. Zuppa.
I'll be making zuppa and I'll make some meatballs.
So then you can fry them like this, or you can put them straight in the sauce like I did here. And
okay, let's talk about that sauce a little bit.
Because that's
so
pretty amazing.
She makes also, along with making homemade meatballs, she also makes homemade spaghetti sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's pretty simple to make according to many people that make it, but I've never really seen it done. Mm-hmm. So she's going to talk us through that today.
Yeah.
Just so again, this is a great, simple, easy meal for you to make for your company, but you also will walk away looking like you just know how to do everything.
It's like, where'd I get
Who
the
makes
one?
homemade meatballs?
So this can stay in the refrigerator forever, and you can take it out whenever you need it, or you can roll them, freeze them, put them in a baggie, and pull them out whenever you need them. Make the small ones again for soup. There's a lot. You can make hamburgers with this. I mean, for real, this is good. You can put this and make a patty and just put it on salad. That's how good this is.
So this is a versatile meatball.
Very versatile. I mean, this, I want to say this shit is really good.
You can say that.
Anche molto buono, mamma mia. Buonissima. Buonissima means like really, really good. So you have the sauce. The sauce is important. There's only a certain amount of ingredients you need in sauce ever. So these meatballs that are frying right over here, you might be able to just take this, fry them in your pan, and then you need Hunt's. Hunt's is the magic brand. Now we should probably get them to advertise on your show.
That would be nice.
For real.
Along with the other ones.
But it is the only brand I use personally because my father used it. And I tried other brands and nothing compares to it. I don't know why, but I'll go for no salt mostly if I can find it. But it's Hunt's. And it's really basic. You need a base like this. Like either you're going to do meatballs like this or pork. You put it in the bottom of the pan. You have some olive oil. You're going to fry the pork. And the pork is anything you can get. From a pork steak to country ribs to a short stack of ribs. Whatever kind of pork you can get on sale, this is what you want to use to flavor your sauce. Now, I used to do a full chicken in sauce too, which is
so really how do you chop it up so fine to where I don't see any of the pork?
Well, because it's in the meatball, it's in the sauce, you ground it in the meatballs.
Okay. I thought you were saying that you use some type of. Okay.
I do, and then you can pull it out. Like I pulled some of this out today.
Okay, so that my structured mind gets this.
So you can pull it out. So with the pork that you can use, for example, you can take. Well, okay, let's just say you did a whole rib for, like baby back ribs in the sauce. That pork you don't use for the meatballs. It can stay in here and you'll pull it out and it'll be like your second course. It'll be a second course of your meats.
Okay, so if I'm making sauce, what do I start with?
You start with olive oil and you get your pork and you start frying it in a pot like this.
Okay.
After it's done on each side and browned, you start pouring your sauce in. Your Hunt's sauce, 2 cans, 3 cans, however much you want to use. Okay. And then that's it.
That's it?
That's it. I mean, for real. And then you use some seasoning.
So you can use also like a pork chop?
A pork chop.
So you're really just getting the juice off
from the pork and the fat. And the fat. Yes, it's really good.
Okay, so here we are again.
Yeah, it's good.
We're understanding why homemade food was so good.
It is. Now, you can see these are sizzling right here. Now, I'm going to use my hands. I've already washed them, but you'll see they start to brown. Now, if you didn't have pork, you still make these meatballs, and then these meatballs are put in the sauce, all with the grease after, cooking down.
So, obviously, you're cooking it on low.
Cooking on low.
And then flipping it around so that they
just getting them browned.
Get them brown.
Now, sometimes I'll just put them right in and just let it all cook. You can put it in the oven. It depends on what you want. basically, you have at least basic stuff that you need right here. And now it's up to you to be creative.
Love it. I love
And
it.
sauce, hunts. Don't add sugar and stuff, and peppers. I mean, unless you like it, that's fine. But sauce needs to be simple and basic. Yeah, that's it.
Well, whatever it does, it creates a wonderful bite. Again, if we're talking about recipes that you can make and bring home for your own reserve, it's wonderful.
Oh, the parsley, right? Parsley goes in here as well. You can just chop it up, put this, So parsley is, right now you could literally take this parsley.
But
it's
can you
fresh.
just float them on top?
You could just do this right here, and that's going to taste, really good. It's going to bring on that fresh, it's going to be fantastic.
I don't know notification on this thing. I can't see anything because this tablet is not mine, and I don't know where notifications are on there.
Are we having a technical issue?
No, I just don't know where stuff is if it's not my phone. I'm used to working on one thing, and you see this phone. I told you about my phone.
Oh.
So I told y'all, I don't know if y'all know, I think I had made a note about it. My phone, I need to get a new phone, and I'm just rebelling.
So let me get a small plate for you. Where can I find that?
Right there to the right.
To the right?
Mhm.
Okay, right here?
Yep.
A small plate. We're going to get one for you and your dogs. Oops, sorry. So, what do you think? I want you to taste this, right?
Are we ready to taste?
What do you think?
Is it all done?
Well, these are finished. I think they're
Well,
gonna.
let those finish first.
Okay, we'll let that
And then
put
we'll
it
throw
in.
those in.
Got it.
So that they can sort of see the process.
Fantastic.
And in the meantime, we have to talk about one of our sponsors today. Of course, let me get the information because y'all know I'm going to make sure I say all the correct names.
I'm going to make more meatballs, okay?
Okay. Did anybody answer that question? What does that mean when you're pointing at stuff? You can
On your
speak.
iPad.
Huh?
You got the iPad right there.
That answers the question?
With all the comments. Those are the questions. The answers.
Oh, okay.
No, but that's what I was telling you. I don't see none. I just see us.
Swipe to the left.
We're learning. It's okay. We're learning here.
Okay.
Yeah, and if anybody has questions
Hey,
about
Joanna.
the recipe, just let me know.
Joanna was supposed to be joining us today.
Yes.
We're gonna have a party.
Joanna, we miss you. My
Yeah,
God. What do you do?
we
You're
miss
not in the cucina con noi, Dio.
You know we are bakers.
Yeah,
We
we're
needed
not.
you today.
We needed you.
Look what we got to get. What's the name of our sweets?
Pizzelle.
We're going to talk about pizzelle.
Pizzelle.
We'll talk about pizzelle.
Because this morning
Because
I
that
made
would
them.
be our dessert because Joanna had to be with her family today.
And you know what? That is so important.
It
I can
is
tell you.
so important.
And that's why, she was on the Thrive panel.
Mm-hmm.
And she was on the Thrive panel, on the health panel, health and wellness panel,
Uh-huh.
because she manages her family so well.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us just...
Well,
she has her priorities and her priorities. We all have different priorities.
Well, I think there's a twin of her.
Yeah.
I'm looking to find Joanna's twin. Because Joanna does a lot and
Yes.
does a lot fabulous.
Joanna,
Yeah.
we're in awe of you.
Yeah, because I couldn't do this raising family.
Yeah.
I didn't.
At this point in your life, yeah.
Well, no, when I didn't receive my new vision until my daughter was in college, and that's really what birthed all of this lifestyle stuff. But when I was raising my daughter, that was all I did. I didn't know you could really stop and have fun. So thank you, Joanna, for showing us that you can be a mother. You can just be a superwoman because
right.
you really do it all with.
I just want to hear the song now. I am a superwoman.
Oh, I think Chris said I am every
Yes,
woman.
I am.
Yes, I am not.
You are.
No, I'm not a superwoman.
Oh,
I'm
stop.
a one. No, I'm one driver. Like when I'm doing this is what I'm doing.
Okay.
If I'm not doing this, I'm doing one other thing.
All right. Okay.
Very well. I do it very well, but I'm not really good at it.
Okay.
Some people say all the time, I can multitask, and that's one of their qualifications.
Yeah.
I try not to say that because I'm really not telling the truth.
You heard it straight from her.
No, I'm very honest about it. When I do one thing, I am so good at it. But I knew back in the 80s it was a popular thing to say you was multitask. You could multitask.
Well,
and I used to always put it on my resume. I was lying.
you made me just choke almost on whatever I have in my mouth. Because that was a big thing.
It was
multitasking.
It sure
and
was.
You know, actually, it was a big thing for women to put that
It was
on their resume because we needed to show that everybody that we could do everything.
That's what it was.
It's true.
Do you remember? And I talked about this in a video earlier. Do you remember the commercial that started all of this?
No.
Let me say it. I'll just start it. I can fry up the bacon. Remember that? I can bring on the bacon and fry it up in a pan.
But never forget who I am.
'Cause I'm a woman.
From where? From Angelique?
Yeah.
Angelique. That's the brains.
Now that was really so much bigger than just that commercial.
Yeah.
Because the movement of becoming a woman was transitioning out of the home.
Yes, yeah.
So they had to start creating this superwoman power.
Well, it's true.
And it did. But I don't know. I think we went a little too far.
No, you never can go too far when you hit something. And if that empowered you in any way, then
It did empower me.
Sure, right.
Yeah, as a younger
Right.
person.
Right.
But once I became a mom, I realized that people was looking at me as if there was something wrong with me. Because that was really what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to run my business, let him do all the work, and I still just be a mom.
Yeah.
And I didn't know I was going to want that as when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of our facets of even like Joanna wants to be a good mom. So she just takes another energy pill.
Joanna,
help us out.
not an energy pill. Well, I can't even say what I'd like for her to say, but
How does she do it? You're a mom, you're an entrepreneur, you are, a creative person.
It's like Tasha the same way. Yeah. All right. How? That's another show.
Obviously. Obviously.
So look, what we have here is the meatballs now are browned on all the sides, right? So we're gonna dump this in the sauce like this.
With the oil.
With the oil.
With the grease.
That's gonna give it some flavor, right? And that's gonna stay right over here. And then that will cook in the sauce for an hour, not even, and you're done. And then you have this incredibly beautiful meatball right there.
Okay, let me plate it. Let me plate you.
Yeah. And you have to have, now when we break our bread, and this is for you, right?
Okay.
So I'm just going to lay a little bit of parsley on the bottom
so
there.
for plating purposes, just put a little parsley at the bottom.
Or you can do arugula, right? You can do arugula. But we're always going to use 2 balls because we don't want to be like Hitler. I'm sorry.
But what I think
well, Hitler only had 1 ball. I'm just saying, it's a natural, it's a historical fact. He had 1 testicle.
And that was why
we want to make sure.
And it's
that
true.
But
that was probably why they weighed out, why he was so annoyed.
He was annoyed.
Yeah.
Obviously. His manhood was definitely being challenged.
Yeah. And I could see that being a little difficult. Now you can also put this on top of your spaghetti.
You could put it on top of spaghetti. You could put it on arugula, whatever. I love to add crushed red pepper on everything, Parmigiano cheese. There's enough on here, I think, that we don't, So I think you'll enjoy this and make sure.
Me and my husband's got to come over.
I'll take this for you.
Okay.
Okay. And I want to make sure you have enough sauce so when you cut it, it's going to look very sort of Bianca inside white. Yeah. And then make sure you dip it in the sauce a little bit. Yeah. And is it just as good? What? See, this is happiness for me.
Make sure I get some of those.
So
they're doing the tango. I see it.
What you guys don't understand about the meatball and why I wanted her to show me how to make the meatball is a lot of time in meatballs there's this grittiness in the meat. I don't know if it's the beef that you normally would use in comparison to the turkey and the pork, but it grades up a lot easier and it's a lot more less texture in your mouth. And so it makes it for a real simple, easy bite. It doesn't seem like it's a meatball.
Yeah, good.
Although it tastes like a meatball. It's not heavy.
It's not heavy,
It's
right?
not heavy.
Yeah,
I
good,
love it.
good.
Yeah, so you guys have learned not only how to make a homemade meatball, you learn how to prepare it and what to do after you make the meatball, as well as what to pair it with. Do you have any suggestions for wines?
I love a Chianti with most anything, but I do not suggest having it without food. You need a Chianti with a meatball. It's dry. Valpolicella is good. Bonara is good as well from the northern part of Italy. And even a Pinot Noir is good with this because, again, anything dry. You don't want anything sweet. Nothing too hearty. And you can put more mozzarella on this. You can put it on a nice baguette and bread. You can do a lot of things.
I love it. Now, before we leave, we're going to talk a little bit about the dessert that you can eat along with, or I should say, after you eat your meatballs and sauce, with maybe a little pasta.
Yeah.
You can add in a little Italian dessert, and she's going to explain what this is.
Pizzelle. So the pizzelle is a wafer cookie. And it's typically, the flavors are anise, it used to be at least. And this is a southern Italian cookie. But the flavor that we use, it's a tradition, is orange and lemon and anise extracts, equal parts of the three. I usually add, because I always, have to go crazy with my recipes, different things. So, and this is pecans, fresh pecan and coconut. And they're really,
all freaking good.
Isn't that good? See, what my mom always said, it's better than sex. I don't want you to hear that over there behind that camera.
It sort of is. Again, I'm not a big meatball lover, but you have made me a meatball lover.
Good. Well, good.
They really are good. Really good.
I'm glad to hear that. And so now you have a ton of meatball.
Yes, and we'll be making those for dinner.
Yeah, good.
And we have meatballs over there. And we've learned to say the word again.
We'll just say pizzelle.
Pizzelle.
Yeah, or pizzelle.
Because I see those in the grocery store.
Yeah, pizzelle.
So they make those.
Say it the right way. Why
pizzelle?
Not? Pizzelle.
Pizzelle.
Mm-hmm.
I'll mess it up in an hour, but
no,
okay.
Pizzelle.
Pizzelle.
Pizzelle. Pizzelle. Pizzelle. Well, Ruth taught me how to drum with word
Is that what
at a
it is?
recent event. I was like, that makes sense. Where's Nonna? Dove è il nonna, Dio?
Okay, so we are going to ask another question. I will respond to the individual that answered the question to the first question, or answered the first question. The first question, I had told you, and I'm sure that you guys responded. It was, what year did the show Girlfriends come on? And so that individual that made that answer will get a prize, which is this wonderful necklace, as well as this bracelet made by the Diva Station, Nawanda Turner. The second question is going to deal with our recipes today. Mary B showed us how to make some fabulous homemade meatballs. And I thought I would ask you guys if you can name at least 4 ingredients that are required to be used in order to make the meatballs. So you just need 4. They have to be correct. And the person to answer them correctly wins this wonderful set. It's another set. Now, the first set we had was gold. The next set we had, was silver. This second set is gold. Isn't that cute? I absolutely love that. This chick right here, I don't know what we're going to do with her. I think we're going to have to keep her. She has made this show so much fun today. I'm not used to all of the entertainment along with us sharing the information. So I love it. She's coming back. We're going to have to buy her.
What's going on? What? You giving away the jewelry? Dio, essa gorda, tora, essa mia. My God. This I take her to Italy, be done with you. Okay. You like the meatball she make for you?
I do. I do like the meatball.
You're so
Did
cute
have
and
the
your
nice-
body, your man over there, my God, I don't know. I could take him home, maybe. I don't know.
I told you I
No?
got my dad upstairs.
Okay. Oh, Daddy. I see. Maybe I like him
Maybe
more.
you
I don't
like
know.
Daddy more.
I'm done.
Daddy the
Okay,
player.
goodbye. Gotta go now. Downstairs in the basement where I belong.
How do y'all deal with all of this? Mary B is just unique, I guess.
I said what?
Mary B is unique. She is very entertaining, informative, talented, beautiful. I mean, why do you have all these attributes? Dad hooked you up.
That my parents hooked me up.
They did. They did hook you up. So again, if you can name those 4 ingredients, you will win this wonderful prize. And I will inbox you that you are the winner. You give me your address, and these particular items will be sent to you. We thank y'all every week for always joining in. Parsley. Don't be telling them. Tasha, you ain't helped me relieving this chick right here. Oh my God.
I'm getting a hot flash now. It's all in the game.
Is that the regular? Is that regular for you?
Oh gosh. Well, yeah, it's an issue. We don't want to
It's
discuss
an
it right
issue
now.
for most of us. They probably want us to discuss it so we can help
That's
them
another
out.
topic.
We have to come back next week for that.
For real, yeah.
Yeah, it's for real. It's no joke. I have one more product that I have to talk about by Debbie Bates, and I'm
Fruit of the Spirit.
Fruit of the Spirit. Thank you. See, my husband is always on call for names, brands, because it's not done purposely, because I'll just forget.
That smells good.
So she's actually one of our sponsors that will be on here every week. She's given us some products that we will also give away. But again, what was unique about this candle, she shared it with us a couple of weeks ago. The oil, after you burn it, comes off of the candle, and then you can use it as lotion.
Oh, nice.
And it's not hot.
Oh, yeah. So it's soy.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
soy. Yeah,
yeah.
and it's not hot, and it just makes for a dual way to use the candle.
Nice.
Instead of it just for scent purposes. So I just love that type of stuff. We will definitely be sharing her products on a weekly basis, along with Nawanda and Paparazzi Jewelry. If you are a small business and you're looking for additional ways to add exposure to your product or service, we're definitely a show that would listen as well as show the attitude of the product. How about that? Are we
awesome.
all done? Any other questions, comments, concerns?
Can I share one more tip?
Sure.
Okay. When you have all of this extra sauce from spaghetti,
I don't know what any of that stuff means. He's the horror. He
I know,
needs
it's
to
like
explain
fear
now
after
what
the comments come
directing
up.
means.
okay, when you have the sauce, it's okay. You have to.
He gets a lot.
There's a director, and it's okay. It's okay. When you have extra sauce, or if you go to buy store-bought sauce, this sauce and an egg is heaven. So what you want to do is this hot, right? The sauce. You want to put your egg right in there like that. You want to put it on your stovetop. Let it, stir it around a little bit like a scrambled egg, and then it'll mix with the sauce. It is heaven on toast, on bread. I'm gonna make this right now. Just
Yeah, you're gonna have to do that because I can't see how the sauce is gonna add in.
Oh,
so
you
it
wait.
Scrambles
when you
the
taste
egg?
it, you're gonna be like, "What on God's green earth have
And
I
it
been
scrambles
missing?"
the egg?
Yeah, well, you scramble the egg.
But the juice goes.
It goes inside the egg, right? Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
fork.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all how exactly this works. He's pointing again, and I'm like, "What the hell is
So you
that?"
see this?
Tell
So
me where the
you've
fork
got the egg, and you're gonna do this, right? And scramble it like
Okay,
that.
okay.
And then you've got the sauce, and now you're gonna cook
So
it.
the sauce plays as like
Yes,
an
yes,
or
and
butter.
wait till you taste this thing. You're gonna be like, oh my God, what have on God's green earth?
oil. Well, I believe, considering that the meatball tastes like this, I can only imagine what that tastes like.
Good.
Excuse me, I'm over here slobbering this thing. It's so good.
That's what you want. I mean, if you can drool from your mouth, I mean, you know, as somebody who created some food, for you to drool, that's like, you know.
Well, when you think about it,
I've achieved everything.
But
right
for
here.
company, this is so perfect.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have to do a lot.
No.
And then you can just, like you said, put some pasta on the side, and voila, you're done with salad,
Right.
some wine.
Exactly. That's all you need.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, you
You
guys
can make
are
them
missing out.
small. You can make them big. You can make them as big as your head. Whatever you want.
We should never make anything but homemade meatballs
From now on.
From now on.
And really, you shouldn't.
Mhm.
I mean, because all of the processed meatballs that you might buy out there are full of salt, full of sugar, full of bullshit. I mean, for real.
That's why you don't taste
you
that
taste
good,
it and you're
though.
like, well, you taste it and it's all the sauce on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
This, you can taste the, you know, what's inside of it. And get the essence of the sauce. I mean, all these other products is, you know, I can't imagine even buying meatballs, even Swedish meatballs or anything like that. Oh, you know.
I'll have to tell you about, is there a meal, the name of that meal with the egg? Because I think our thing is not high enough.
It's called
And
vomit.
we have to go. So what we'll do
Okay,
is I'll
that's okay.
share that at the end.
Yeah.
I'll share it tomorrow.
No,
What have you.
these is
What is
called
the name of
egg,
it?
eggs diavolo. Eggs of the
Are
devil.
y'all going to remember that?
Yeah,
Eggs of the devil. I'll
yeah.
remember that.
Because it's supposed to have some pepperoncino inside this right over here. You know, with the sauce and this. And it's, you know, more like a hangover medicine. You know, kind of, they say. It's delicious to me. I was never having a hangover at 10 years old. I was eating this for breakfast because my father made it for me.
Okay.
You know, it's so good.
But
yeah.
you learn
And
later
you can
in
see
life
it right
that
now.
it was
Look.
also. But it's not very
And it's
scrambled.
wait, it's not hot yet. It's protein. It's just delicious. It's wholesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, okay, you guys got to, not only meatballs, you got name the paletta,
Pizzelle.
pizzelle, and then what is that called?
Polpette.
A lot of peas in Italy. A lot of peas. That's all I can say.
That's all we know how to do. Pisha.
If you guys have any questions or comments, please tag Mary B. I'm sure she'll be glad to answer any questions.
Yeah.
If you have any concerns that will add value to the show, please inbox me. I'm always willing to be a listening ear. We try to provide you with a good resource to use for your repertoire every week, whether it be in the kitchen or anything to add value to your home life. Again, we're trying to do this so that you can be better in your lifestyle at home.
At home
Yay!
on la casa.
Can we all give a hand to Mary B?
Thank you very much.
It's not easy to do this. She
You
came
rocked it.
in full force.
Thanks
and
to Rita.
everything prepared.
Yes, thanks for the opportunity just to share love of food.
Love of food.
Yeah, the love of, just entertaining.
Yeah.
You're all about that. Listen, keep on following Rita. You're gonna miss out if you don't. And there's always gonna be insight to new people, new adventures, new activities. And you have other things going on too, right?
Yeah, I
You know,
try.
I know. So follow her. Make sure you understand, that there's a lot more you can do to be engaged in this community. She lets it happen. So thank you.
Thank you, Mary B.
Yes,
I
my
appreciate it. And we
Look at
always
this.
appreciate somebody coming into our kitchen showing us a lot of love.
Mhm.
We do this every week. This is that spoiled. This less spoiled.
This is the spoiled egg. But-
Scrambled eggs.
So imagine this now. This is scrambled eggs.
There is
and you've
no
got
way
a beautiful,
you would be able to
You've
tell
got
me
a beautiful
that that's
piece of
scrambled.
toast, right? You slice this and you put that
Is
in
that
there.
camera showing that? That
Okay.
y'all got to see
Put it
this.
I'm gonna blow it for you. You mind my breath on your food?
No, not at all.
Okay, good. Okay, so you're gonna want to taste that. It might be really hot.
Sit it back down so I can show them.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, no.
Yeah.
It's
really
is
good
it
and
simple and plain?
Yeah, no, it's just
Yeah.
simple.
Okay, good.
I can see that with some good old garlic bread.
Garlic bread,
Yeah.
just slicing the.
I could see
Do you want a
that
piece of bread?
because it's so light.
Yeah.
It's so light that I can see it
Yeah,
with
you can-
something a little tough.
Exactly right.
Isn't
that good?
Mm.
That's breakfast. That this is the breakfast for champions right there.
plus the breakfast after the meatballs the next day.
Yeah, exactly.
So y'all learned about 3 or 4 different recipes today. Didn't know y'all was gonna walk away learning all that. But again, in Italy, where Mary B's family's from, all of these recipes are very popular. And that's what it's all about, sharing with one another, friends and family
That's right.
from different cultures, so that we can relate over the love of food.
Love of food.
Love it. Again, thank y'all for joining us. We don't do this in vain. I always love being with people who can teach me how to be better in the kitchen. And Mary B, I'm adding this to my repertoire. Thank you.
I love you.
Appreciate it. Love you too.
Ciao tutti.
Thank you guys for joining us. See you guys next week.
Ciao.
Bye.